What we have here is people that have been in the game for a long time. They've seen the highs, they've seen the lows, they've seen what's in between as well, and they understand that football isn't a straight line in terms of success or failure. There's ups and downs, peaks and troughs, and you have to navigate your way through those. And if you've been in the game a long time, as our owners have, then they've seen that and they understand that. I think sometimes when clubs have new ownership, and ownership that's maybe a little bit more emotional or understanding of the game and the sport that we're in, I think people can make mistakes and press buttons to get rid of good people, and they bow to the immediate thinking, or rather than actually looking at the quality of people that you have in the building and back the quality that you have. And in my view, that's always the best way to go. We're not in denial or in any way, shape or form. We understand on the day we didn't perform anything like we'd hoped we would before that game, but I think we have to acknowledge the quality of the opposition and what they produced on the day. And I think even their manager Pep Guardiola said it was the best attacking performance that they've displayed, certainly this season, maybe in his time. Clearly we should have made a better fist of it. Okay, we lost by a margin of 5 goals. We scored 2 goals, which not too many teams have been able to do it, so can we take that as a positive? Maybe, but we won't dwell on it too long, because clearly we conceded 7 going the other way. And the key was that we just didn't execute what we talked about before the game, and we're up against a team that exploited every mistake that we made on the day. Usually you can see goals if it's a case of consecutive errors. On the day we were making 1 error and 3 passes later it was in the back of our net, so that was the level we were up against. We're not in must-win situations. We've just come through a period where we've played predominantly top-half teams. We've got points on the board. A lot of people, before the season started, thought we wouldn't have any points at all at this stage. So we've improved on that view. We're only 1 win away from top 10 positions, so it's still very early days.
Mark, you said earlier that it's too early to talk about must-win games.
Mm-hmm.
But after the game last week, you were saying that game against Manchester City shouldn't really define your season.
Mm-hmm.
But surely home wins against Bournemouth in front of all the City Sevens who are coming this weekend is a game that really should define.
Yeah, we're looking to win the game. Obviously we lost last weekend, but I said tongue in cheek obviously that we're on a 1 game losing streak, so we're not in dire straits at the moment, you know what I'm saying, because last home game we dug out a win against Southampton. Southampton tested us towards the end of the game, but still feel we deserve to win that game, and we'll try and do the same again. We'll need the support of everybody, the crowd behind us like they were towards the end of that game, and in previous home fixtures they've been fantastic for us, and I'm sure they'll be there again for us at the weekend. It's important they are. There'll be times when Bournemouth, because they're a good side, they'll have periods in the game where they've got a little bit of momentum, but it's about making sure that we keep those periods down to a minimum and make sure we get the job done. That's our intention. Joe looks okay. Joe looks fine. Ryan is closer than he's ever been. We're hopeful that if not this weekend, then certainly next weekend. The negatives in terms of injuries, Jadon Shaqiri has a bad ankle sprain, which he did in the game. Initially when he did, we thought it was a bang, but he came off after the game and said no, he'd sprained it, and he's been in a lot of pain, and it's obviously more, we'd probably say it's more significant than we initially thought. So we're not saying it's going to be weeks and weeks, but it might just not allow him to play this weekend, unfortunately. Obviously the longer term ones in terms of Bruno, Martin's Indy is still unavailable. Looks of Stevie Ireland and the like are still unavailable as well. Tom hasn't trained all week. He went over on his ankle, got a right bang on it, obviously didn't complete the game, hasn't joined the group again, so he's still a doubt. He may well train today, so we'll have to monitor, see how he does today, but at the moment he's a doubt as well. Okay.